Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Chrissy. Nice to see you. Norma, lovely to see you. Hello, Paula. Nice to see you as well.
Hiya. Hello.
And we've got someone on an iPad who I'm not quite sure who you are. Oh, lovely to see you all, especially the familiar faces here.
Just to mention that there was two different Zoom links. So
All
I went
right.
maybe to the most recent one, and it was obviously a host as another meeting in progress.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I logged out and logged into this one. So I'm just wondering.
All right. Okay. It might be. I'll have a look and see if there's anybody's contacted me to say they're not getting in. Yeah, I much prefer being out with trees and plants and squirrels and things. I'm still after about what's it now? I've been running this since June 2019, and I'm still learning. So have a look. Right. How did everybody else get on? So, Chrissy, did you come in via Nature Connection World?
Yes, I did.
The
I
link
followed
there.
the link.
I know
Yeah.
that link's working. Norma, which link did you come in on?
Muted.
Don't know. You're muted.
Sorry.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, the original one that you sent, whenever that was, when you first sent me the link.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Because I sent us another one out today. Is it that one that didn't work, Paula?
That's the one and it had a time in for 2 p.m. So I think it might have been an old link.
Oh, yeah,
So
that wasn't the correct link.
So maybe it was just me that got that one.
I hope not.
Oh no, that's true. That was
yeah.
a reminder, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a reminder.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you now.
Okay. I'm using a new iPad.
Right.
So
is the other?
Sorry.
So I was going to say, is the other iPad the one that's on here saying iPad? Is that the other one of yours?
I don't know. It could be. Can you see me?
Not yet. No.
Okay. I haven't used. Oh, how about this? Oh my gosh.
I can see you now.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Lovely to see you. So are you Doreen?
Yes, I am.
Yes. Lovely. I thought so. Oh, so what time is it there?
It's 2:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, lovely. Okay, you're just a little behind us.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. Well, if your weather's anything like ours, it's not very nice. It wasn't very nice today.
Oh, it's kind of cloudy, but it's not too bad.
Yeah. Oh, we're just checking which link did you come in on? Because Paula had a little bit of trouble on the link.
I came on the one that I got a while back.
All right. Okay. Okay. It could be that the new link I sent out today was faulty. I sent it as a reminder, and I popped a link on there. And I was trying to get things done really, really quickly before I went to get my daughter from school. And it's always the way, isn't it? It's,
yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh, great. I've got that done. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And yeah, it seems there may have been it's looking to me like so Holly's in now. Hi, Holly. Can you just unmute yourself so I can ask you a question and get a response?
Hello. Sorry.
That's okay. No, sorry to put you on the spot, Holly. I was just asking, did you come in on the link I sent out today or on a link, an earlier link?
Today, I think.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, sigh of relief then. It may just have been you. I don't know, Paula, how that popped in. That's good. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Lovely. Well, oh, I've got Mick. Oh, lots of people coming in. Lovely. Maybe a few people have been. I'll get the time. So we've got all the time in the world. We haven't got all the time in the world. We've got about an hour. But let's let it feel like we've got all the time in the world, because then we'll all be relaxed. Hi, Mick. Lovely to see you at last. We've had some nice conversations.
Hi, Ian. Yeah, nice to see you.
Yeah, great. How is it there?
Good, good. I had a lovely forest bath this afternoon.
Ah, that's why you look so fresh and healthy.
Thank you.
Oh,
Just a small note on the practical side. I was in the meeting of the link that you shared today in the email. And then it said that the host is in another meeting, and then I scrolled down to the previous email from a week ago or so, and that actually got me here. So perhaps
okay. There's a problem with the link.
you clarify this with other people if you're expecting more to join.
Yeah. The thing is, it will probably take me a while to get a link out to them straight away. So what I'll do is I'll hope that it's because we're recording this now, and I hope that they'll do what you've done and what Paula did, which is go to an earlier link.
Perfect. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I was just explaining. I was multitasking this afternoon, and I think what's happened is I've probably pasted the second link. But everybody, as you say, everybody should have another link. It was just really a reminder that it was on. So
glad to be here. Thank you.
Lovely. Okay, I think what we'll do is we will start, and as I say, this is recorded, so it's going to, people will be able to see it. So I'm going to kind of be talking to you live. This is the one thing I've learned to do over the years while I've been doing these online courses, is recognizing that I'm speaking to you here live, and then I'm speaking to everyone else on record. So it's kind of remembering to engage with the people that are watching this on record as well. And what's lovely about having the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of you on with me is, one is it helps me because I like to interact. I like to see faces. I like to sort of get that immediate feedback you get when you see someone's face in front of you. I've done a few of these where I've not seen anybody, and it's a bit like doing radio. I found when I was doing radio, you don't know who's listening and you don't know who's there. So it's kind of, I found it, when I started out, I found it quite difficult to do that. But it's just to say though, those of you that find it difficult as well, it's a really good practice to just trust that people are there. And this happens all the time now when I record, and most of you will have seen what I'm doing through my videos. And it was the first few times I picked I took the camera out and I started recording a video. It was difficult because there was nobody there. I was just looking at a phone, and what I had to do is I had to sort of conceive and perceive that there was as I was talking to another person at some point. And the idea was I could well be talking to somebody in the future, many, many years. Who knows? When we make these videos and we put them out into the internet, they're there. And this wonderful thing about, one day, gosh, hundreds of years time, maybe, or even decades time, somebody might find one of my old videos and go, oh, look, they had trees back then. Yeah, we go see them in museums now. Now, let's hope not. Let's hope not. And the fact that you're all here gives me great hope, because I can't do this on my own. And I've mentioned this as Chrissy's been on. She's been involved with what I'm doing for probably the longest here with you all. And it's one of the things we keep saying, isn't it, Chrissy, about how it's really important. It's something we can't do on our own. We need a community of people, an international community of people that are going out there and sharing the power, what I call the power of nature connection, or the power of nature consciousness with others through our own experiences, through our own connections, through our own understandings, and through our own insights, which is the bit I love, is the insights that come through this this practice that I love and share, and I hope you love and share too. The reason I've put this this session together. It's the first time I've done a pre-session, was because the autumn course was originally planned and scheduled to start in September. Apologies for it not happening there. And I know, Mick, you've been waiting a long time to get on the course. And Doreen as well, you've signed up to the course a while ago. I had a family bereavement, unexpected family bereavement in August. And what it meant was I just thought it was better for me to push it back so that I was in a better space, so that you were getting what you should be getting from me as we're running this. And it, in some ways, it worked well, because my website got hacked in August. Not maliciously, it was bots just managed to find a way in, and they just completely messed up my site, and people were finding themselves being diverted to other sort of products and services online that were nothing to do with me, but you went to my site and it just automatically sent you there, which if you've never experienced that, it's quite a weird thing to suddenly find that you're promoting lots and lots of things that are nothing to do with what you're passionate about. It was yeah. So there's a warning there as well for people who have websites. Just be careful that you keep things like your WordPress themes up to date and your plugins up to date, because that's what I hadn't done. I had an unsupported area of the website, and things got in. But what it's meant that I can refresh some things. I saw it in that way. I saw it as an opportunity to refresh what I'm doing and present it in a new, fresh way. And actually, the fact that because I pushed this course back, it's given me the opportunity it's given other people the opportunity to get on the course as well, who would have missed it had I done it in September. So that's great. And this little session that I'm doing really is to just give out some information that I wasn't able to do because the website come down. You couldn't go to the website and see what was there and kind of download forms and things like that to sign up. Although I know two of you have, Nick has, and Doreen already has as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to share my screens, because and you've got the book as well. Well done, Mick. I'm glad it got there. I've got my book in over 40 countries, and people go, "How did you do that?" It was never an Amazon bestseller, because there was a mix-up when I launched it, and instead of it launching and loads of people getting it, it was sort of a bit of a fizzle, and it went, and that was it, and nobody really knew it. I launched it, and it was really difficult. And then I had this idea of everybody that came on this course, I would send a signed copy of my book to, and people came on the course from all over the world, and it was like, great, I've got my book in India, I've got my book in Bahrain, I've got my book in South America, and it was everywhere. Now I've just got to convince people or ask people if they'll translate it into a different language for me in all those different countries, and then whoosh, it'll all go off again, which that's on my to-do list. Anyway, thank you for distracting me there, Mick.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I just read the part about the inner voice.
Yeah, I call an inner whisper sometimes as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which shouts at you if you don't listen to it, by the way. It's yeah. Oh, lovely. I'm glad you're going through at a slow pace with the book as well, because it's not a lot of pages. It's a guide. Those of you that haven't got yours yet, you will get one. It's a guidebook and journal. I wanted it to be something that you write in. I have quite a few copies of my book that are on the shelf, and they're filled. I fill them in. If I go on a trip anywhere, I'll take it with me, and then I'll practice the exercises in there, and then I'll journal. And it's always a different experience every time I go. And every time I write about my connection to nature, it's always different. It always changes. So, yeah, thank you for that. I'm gonna just share the screen now. Here we go. Which one that's the one I want. Let's have a look. Okay, can you see the screen? And does it look like a PowerPoint presentation? I'm not going to put it onto I'm not going to actually put it onto the showcase, because what that does is it fills up my whole screen and I can't see you then. And I assume you can't see me because I've not put me in there. Are you just seeing the screen? Yes, thank
I
you,
can
mate.
see it.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. Okay, so I put this little PowerPoint together just so you're not listening to me talking all the time. When I run the course, I don't usually use PowerPoint on it because I find it just reminds me too much of my career in corporate training. Norma, you'll know all about this as well. I just find it. I remember people used to say, "Oh, it's death by PowerPoint." So I've always tried to make my PowerPoint slides look nice and everything, and then that takes me a really long time. And so I just think, no, let's just use these when I need to remember key information. This is welcome to the introduction to my Natural Mindfulness Guide training courses. And I'm saying guide training courses for the first time because for the first time I have two courses that will be running alongside each other. I'll have the 21-day online course, which is the one I know Mick and Doreen, you signed up for. So that works really well for people that can't get to the UK. And it worked brilliantly during the COVID lockdowns we had here in the UK, because it meant that people could just do the whole 21 days online. And once the lockdowns here lifted and it was safe to meet up again and get together, so many people were saying to me, do you have an in-person version of the course? Now, I used to do a 2-day in-person version of this course before I started doing online. I didn't think online would work. I really couldn't get how I could do an online course and it'd be very natural. But the success of the course, and it's as I said, I've run it for I've had over 600 people do the online course in over 40 different countries. So it's been very popular. But I've been really trying to get back to having an in-person version of it for the people that want to and can actually meet me in person here in Gloucestershire. And so this is the first time I'm attempting it. So what I have is I have the 21-day online course, and then I'll also have a hybrid version of that course, which is 7 days online, and then a day with me here in Gloucestershire, where you can complete the course in person with me. So those are the two options. And so that's why it was important to do this session, so that I could not only share it with those of you that are on the course, so you can, I've already shown an interest in the course, but people that show an interest in the course in the future, I can show them this they can then see this recording, so they can get this information in advance, so they understand the difference. I'm trying to write the difference, but it's really, I'm confusing myself trying to write it about the two different courses. I just thought this might be a much better way if I talk us through it as I go through. So this evening is an opportunity for us to do three things: connect, to share, and for you to ask me. So I thought I'd keep it simple to three things. So the first thing is really, this is an opportunity for those of us that are here live to connect and get a feel for what an online course with me is like. I'm perfectly imperfect, like I think all human beings are. I've already wasted a lot of time and stress trying to be perfect in my earlier life, trying to get everything right. And I've actually found that if I'm just me, if I just turn up as me, and if it's a time and a space and I'm a version of me where I make an error or I make a mistake, well, then that's me being myself. And so what I endeavor to do these days, and I encourage you to do when you're guiding others or you're sharing with others, is just be true to your nature, which is that you're all perfectly imperfect too. And I often find one of the barriers to being able to guide other people with natural mindfulness or any other form of nature connection activity is this, I call it my inner expert, which is one of my guides. And my inner expert likes to get things right and is absolutely terrified of getting things wrong. But that's only a part of me, but it's a big part of me. It's a part of me that I developed, I think, when I went to school, and it got developed more at college, and it got developed even more when I went into the workplace. Certainly when I got married. My expert is telling me, whatever you do, don't make a mistake. Whatever you do, don't upset anybody. So I have to make sure that I don't allow my inner expert to take the lead too much. It's important to get things right, but it's really important on these on guided experiences to be real and to be natural. And I think it's in our nature to get things wrong. I think it's how we learn naturally, is to try something, get it wrong, and then learn from that and have another go until we actually find what works. So I've forgotten now why I was telling you that. But I can always ask you, can't I? Because I know you were all listening intently at what I said. So I'll just pop that over to you. Why? What? Just help me backtrack.
Perfectly imperfect.
So perfectly imperfect. Mm-hmm.
When you listen to your inner expert, it's important to get things right, but also to get them wrong, to learn.
Okay. It's in the recording anyway, so I'm going to go back and have a look at the recording just to make sure. And those people that watch it on record will be laughing at this point now, because it's also important to have fun too when you're guiding people. And this is also what happens when I run things later at night. I'm much better in the mornings as well. So anyway, what I'll do is just run through this with you. This is an opportunity for us this evening to connect with each other. And when I say connect, that's right, it's connecting. It was about linking to being online and doing things online. And it's not about being perfect when I do things online. And there you go. I just proved my point there by losing track of what I was saying. And that's another reason why I'm using PowerPoint tonight as well. So the key thing online I found was to connect with each other, not just face to face, but connect to each other heart to heart as well. And it's almost like, you know, me here can kind of knock on the screen in front of you and link with you in a heart to heart way. And what I found is that this is what was missing when I started doing online courses, was that I didn't think you could get a heart to heart connection through the screen. And I was wrong about that. I've actually found that when we connect authentically face to face, even though it's through digital devices, and you know, it's going through digitization. You know, my voice is going through this microphone and is going through digital stuff and then popping out on your speakers there. I just have to hope that what you're hearing is what I'm sending, but somehow that seems to not only carry the words, but it can also carry the intention, and it can also carry the feelings with it. And what I found is doing this online as well is a really great way for people to recognize the importance of having that face-to-face, heart-to-heart connection when you guide people as well, when you're with people, not through a screen, but there is no screen in the way, because there are still barriers between us as human beings. We still have not just screens in front, you know, not like a screen is here, but we still have things in front of us that are barriers. It could be our persona, it could be some of our concerns about whether we're not expert enough or we're not good enough for things. So it's a way of learning to move, you know, release those barriers, reduce those barriers. So connecting with each other face to face, heart to heart. We're going to share information about the guide training course and the options. I've got some information on that for you. And then there's an opportunity at the end to ask me about the course, or maybe, you know, even about my own journey with natural mindfulness, if you've got some questions about that, if we've got time at the end. So we'll just go on now to the power of connection. And for me, I just want to sort of involve you in this a little bit and say, what connected you to the course? What was it that, you know, just quickly, something that just triggered it with you? So maybe if we start with you, Mick, I know you're Mick, but just share who you are and where you are, and just what connected you to this course.
Well, I'm from the Netherlands, and I love mountains, so that's where I get into my deep focus and insight. And since 7 years, I practice mindfulness meditation, and now I combine the two. And forests are, of course, also one of my favorites. yeah, this is in a nutshell why I'm here. And I really appreciate your efforts to share this with more people. And I feel inspired. I only discovered your YouTube channel recently, and I intend to watch your videos as well to have a bit more resonance already.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Rick.
you.
Holly, what connected you to the course?
So I've just finished. Oh, sorry, can you hear me? I've just been
Yes,
told my
yes.
battery's low. Good.
I can hear you.
I've just finished the mindfulness-based stress reduction 8-week course, which I absolutely loved. And I'm a Reiki master, and I live very rurally in the middle of nowhere. So nature is really, really part of my day-to-day. Really, I'm immersed in it and use it a lot for my own kind of well-being and healing. And I just want to combine all of these things, which have become so important to me, and possibly for other people.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you. Chrissy.
I live in Reading, and since being a child, I've always been out in whatever, nature, the weather, everything. And especially after lockdown or during lockdown, I think nature was the one thing that kept most of us sane. And somewhere along the way, your information came my way, and the rest is history.
Thank you, Chrissy. Paula.
On mute. Hi. Yeah, just to let you know, I need to jump off at 8. I've got another call.
Oh, just in time then.
Yeah, just in time. So I met you at Camp Out last year.
That's right.
This year, I did a small session with you, and I have also had a corporate background, and just it spoke to me. And also, I've been following your socials, so the socials clearly work because here I am. And so I teach focusing, and a lot of my colleagues are taking focusing out into nature. So focusing, something like mindfulness, focusing on the felt sense. And I really thought, yeah, it's going to really fit to bring people outside more, and do some focusing outside. And then yesterday I was invited to collaborate with a colleague in Wales at a beautiful spot, and I thought, that's interesting that these two things have just come together. So that's what's brought me here.
Synchronicity. Lovely, lovely. I love that.
Yeah.
I love it.
So I'll watch the recording, and thanks. I'll jump off.
Okay, Paula. Thank you
Bye,
for popping
everybody.
in.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Doreen.
I would say that I am a retired teacher and I live in the US. So my fun retirement job is I'm a naturalist for our county park system. And my colleague, Beth Tyson, she did your course a number of years ago. And she has now moved on to other pastures. So I wanted to kind of take over some of her programs, and she led me to you. So that's that.
I love that. I love that way to connect as well. Synchronicity is one way, but also through word of mouth and through people. And that, I have to say, it's been wonderful how many people I've met through being recommended, and other people, other people who've done it, sharing, which is wonderful. And to me, that is a very natural way for things to grow. I think we can over market things and over promote things and get too worked up about are we promoting enough and are we marketing enough, and sometimes we just need to maybe just allow things to go at their own pace. It's a bit like a gardener, isn't it, constantly digging up their seeds to see if they've germinated yet and will started growing. It's like, let's just plant these seeds and then just let's see what grows from it. I kind of like that sort of philosophy of just garden. Just garden. Lovely. Thank you, Doreen. Norma, last but not least, Norma. We met at Camp Out too, didn't we?
Did meet at Camp Out, which was glorious. Can you remind me of the question again?
Just how did you connect with the course? I'm just using it as a way of just connecting.
Well, I
What did
guess
you
I kind of connected with you and your beautiful work at Campout. The trees really got me, and love trees. But what I've realized working all of this time and many years in business is that a client one day said, "What are you looking at?" And I kept just looking out into nature and realized that I spend most of my time either sitting in boxes or looking at boxes, watching other people in their boxes inside locked up, and I just shrivel up inside. So I've completely remodeled my business, I've rebranded, and for me, it's all about truly connecting with people at a very heart and soul level, and it's about connecting with nature and bringing that into my work, which is all around helping companies trade internationally. But more importantly, it's about the people and the planet. So that's why I'm here.
Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. So everybody's here for the right reasons. That's fantastic. And probably you'll find as we go through the course as well, if you choose to join us, that that there's so many more connections. I'm amazed often about who finds the course, and I often say it's the same when I ran my walks. I would just sort of think, who's going to turn up? And whoever turned up were the people that were meant to be there. They were meant to be sharing that experience, because whether it's a walk or whether it's one of my courses, they're experiences. They're just experiences. Norma, you talked about the tree at Campout, and when I was at this event in just across the border in Wales near Abergavenny, and just each morning I was getting up at 6 o'clock and just taking groups of people up to a very old ancient wood that was just that overlooked the site where we were, and just to facilitate an experience. My job was to guide people up there. I guided them to a place I'd discovered and found, and then shared my connection with that space. But then it was really about everybody just sharing their experiences, taking it in turns to share their experience of the place. And that's what I share on my course. This is what the course you're hopefully going to do is about. Whether you do 21 days online or whether you do the hybrid version of it, it's the same methodology. The only difference is I've worked it so that you can complete the whole thing online if you need to and want to. But now I'm quite excited about this opportunity to do a portion of it online and then actually come to the Gloucestershire Cotswolds and have a day with me and others on that day. There'll be others there, not just people on the course, but I'll be inviting people who've already done the guide training course who want to refresh, or people who started the course and never finished it online, because there are people who started the course and never finished it. One of the things I say about this course is you can't fail the course, you can just fail to complete it. You can just stop doing it and not ever reach the end. There is no end to the development. There's no end to the growth from this course. But it does finish. My involvement in it finishes at the end of the 21 days. Whether you do the 21 days online or whether you do the hybrid version of the course, there will still be the 21-day period that we have to complete what I call the live interaction engagement on the course. But if people don't complete by the end of the 21 days, they've got as long as they like to complete it. The online course group will always be on the platform that I use. It's always accessible to people. All the materials will be there. All the members will have access to it, and you'll be able to still engage with the people from the course after the course is finished. I used to find that when I did courses in the corporate world, is that you get to the end of the course, and particularly if they'd been a week-long program or a program that had gone on for a period of time, it was very difficult to then sort of break away from the course, and people didn't want to lose touch, and they'd be sharing their email addresses and contact details, etc. at the end of the course. Well, with this, the course will always be there. You know, people that have been on my past courses, their course group still exists, and they can go back to that course group whenever they want to. And that's one of the joys of having an online course, is the space that we all share for the experience of the online 21 days and the hybrid course will always be available to you as long as I have this site open and running, for you to return to whenever you'd like to come into it. So people can finish the course, you know, a week after the official end date, a month after it, or even I've had some people that finished years after. What I'm now doing with the hybrid course is people can actually come down to Gloucestershire and finish the course actually with me. And some people just need that in-person connection to sort of motivate them to complete the last 2 assignments of the course, which is why another reason why I've set it up that way. So let's have a look now at the sharing details of the options for completing it. So what I've done here, and obviously this is recorded, and what I'll do is I'll send you the sort of more full copy of this information after this. So I'll email you a document with the information, the same information, and a bit more on it after this as well. So option 1 is my online course. It's a 21-day online course. It's the one I've been running since June 2019. Launch is on the 2nd of November, and we'll finish with a reflection and review of the 21 days on Saturday, the 23rd of November. Week 1 is an immersion. It's an immersion that's, well, I'll get to that. So it's an immersion. Week 2 is a video assignment that you do, and week 3 is a guiding assignment. And all of those are done online for the 21-day online course. What's included in that is you get 7 video practice exercises, and those are part of this first immersion week. So in order to complete that, you go through the 7 videos in order, please. You can do 1 a day over the 7 days if you want to, or I'll give you them in groups. I'll give you, you'll get 3 experiential videos for the first straight off. And then you get 2 videos, which is about connecting with nature. And then you get 2 videos, which is about reflecting on your experiences and your journaling. And also then contemplating your purpose, what you want to do and achieve with that. So it's 7 videos that you can do 1 at a time, or you can do them in clumps. The idea is you watch the video, you then go out into nature where you live. So it's not online in that sense, because you're going to go out into the natural world, practice the exercises that I share with you, and what you'll do is learn a methodology. You'll learn the process that I use and the method that I use in order to bring someone from their first experience of sensing nature. And for some people, you know, a lot of people have looked at nature and they've listened to nature, but they don't often smell nature. They've not often tasted nature. They've not often experienced nature just through the senses, without the mind getting in the way and without our feelings getting in the way. And so the idea is to start with senses, start with our instinct, which is a sensory connection. That sensory connection guides us to a more emotional, heart-based connection. So the experience leads to a connection. That connection leads to understanding. So I talk about experiencing through the senses in order to connect through the heart, in order to understand through the mind. Now, part of the natural mindfulness practice is to be able to separate out your sensing, your feeling, and your thinking, so that you can start with senses, then bring in feeling, then bring in the mind. We are taught, I think, from school, and we tend to be urged to think all the time. I remember as a kid always being told, what do you think of this? And you need to think more. And it was all about thinking. So thinking became the primary way, the primary part of my nature that I used to engage with the world was my thought, and then my feelings, and if I was lucky, sometimes senses. When I was a child, it was senses first. I couldn't think about anything much when I was a child. And so this immersion is really about learning that methodology of sensing in order to connect, connecting in order to understand. And then what I call the magic bit is through understanding, listening, sensing, connecting with insight. And to me, this is the most important part of nature connection, is the insights we get when we quieten the mind, when we use feelings in a natural way. So this is about using your senses in a natural way, using your feelings in a natural way, and using your thoughts in a natural way, so that you can then free up that space which is not sensing, not feeling, not thinking. It's tuning into what I call nature consciousness. Okay, I'm glad I got this recorded. So glad that bit's recorded, because I hadn't planned to say that, but it kind of came out, and I quite like how that sounded. Anybody got any thoughts or questions on that while we're at that point? That's because this is a crucial methodology towards what I'm doing. Chrissy, you've just taken your mute off. Were you going to say something?
No.
No, okay. That's all right. No, I just thought you'd flick the mute off. Okay, right, okay. If you do get questions about that, you can ask me. If something does come to you, you can ask me at the end. Okay, that immersion, that will be on the online part of the hybrid course as well. So all of the people that sign up, whether you signed up for the 21 days or whether you sign up for the hybrid course, you'll all go through that 7-day immersion together as a group. And then included as well as that immersion, there will be the live launch event, which will be like this on a Zoom course, to just introduce people to the course and the first assignment. And then the following week, there will be a reflection on the first week, and then preparing you for the assignment for the second week. Hopefully you'll be able to complete the second week assignment in the second week, but if you go over a week, it doesn't matter. The first week, I call it an immersion because it's quite intense. The second week is a bit easier because you've got all week to just do one assignment. And the one assignment is creating a video like the videos I've shared with you in the first week. So I've done a little guided video for you. I don't expect you to do a 20-minute video, which mine are around 15-20 minutes long each day. I'm just looking for you to do a sort of a three minute 5 to 5 minute video yourself to share with me and the group, which gives me an idea. I can see and hear and get a feel for how you will look, sound, and feel to the people that you guide yourself. So it's about you guiding through video for the group. This is the point usually where people go, oh, I'll have to do a video of myself. Well, everybody that's done this course goes through that bit. That's for me, that's where real growth comes, because quite often, it is being able to present ourselves, being able to present our true nature can be quite challenging for people. But if you can do it on video, you'll be brilliant at it face to face, because video there's technology involved, and there's there's a lot of there'll be a lot of mistakes technologically in that second week, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for your skills at making videos. I want to hear you. I want to see you. I want to get a feel for what it would be like if you were actually guiding me in person, face to face, in all those beautiful places you live. So what I suggest people do is find one of your favorite spots, go into nature and share one of your most favorite spots. And you can share either that, or you can share maybe an exercise or a practice yourself that you use or you like, or adopt one of mine and share one of mine with each other, but just sort of summarize it a little bit, condense it down to about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, that's week 2's assignment. Week 3's assignment is you simply take a friend or a family member out and you guide them based on what you've been learning, and then your assignment really is to take them out and guide them, and then the feedback that I'm looking for then is what was their experience being guided by you, what connection did they make in that from that experience, what understandings came to them and what insights came to them. So I'm really interested in what the outcome of you guiding somebody in assignment 3 is. Okay. I've given you more than I wanted to give you on there, but I just thought, well, why not just say, look, this is what the assignments are. There's, as I say, there'll be a live Zoom call at the end of each week just to see how you're doing, just to reflect on your journey, and then to prepare you for the next week's assignment. I've added in as well optional one-to-one sessions because I have the opportunity to do. I'm doing the live Zooms, but I've also put into this course now live one-to-ones that you can either do during the course if you get stuck or you need additional help, or you can book after the course if you want to then have a discussion with me about where you want to take what you've learned and how you can then put the theory from the course. Well, there's a lot of practice as well in the course, but put the theory and practice of the course into practice in your, aligned to what it is you want to do. There's a signed copy of my book with which Mick showed you earlier on at the beginning of this, my book and journal, which I encourage you to use for the course if you want to, or you can just bring your own journal along. Journaling is a real important part of the course because it's about you reflecting on your experiences, your connections, your understandings and your insights, and getting into the habit of doing that on a regular basis. And then through that, guiding others to journal and reflect on their experiences, their connections, their understandings and insights as well. There's a course manual which I continually update. So there's a 2024 one I did in the spring course. I updated it on the spring course, so it's an e-version that I'll send to you all during the course. I don't want to get bogged down in the manual. The fact it's all written means that you can go and you can peruse it yourself. You can ask me questions about the manual at any time after the course if you've got any questions about it or need clarification on it. I don't like to run training courses based on the manual. The manual is just an aid for you. It's written down, so I don't really need to cover it too much. And there's IMMA, the International Mindfulness and Meditation Alliance certification for my course. Some people at the end of the course, they go, oh, is it worth, should I join the IMMA? You don't need to join the IMMA to deliver natural mindfulness guide training. But I needed a certificate that insurance companies would recognize. Certainly in the UK, I'm not sure for Nick and Doreen about in your countries, but certainly in our country, the certification that is provided through my course, because it's recognized by the IMMA, insurance companies will take that and then provide insurance for people that want to practice natural mindfulness. The price of the price of that course used to be £79, I think, but I just thought, why am I putting 79? It's just, why not just round things up? It's so much easier for me to do the maths when I'm doing my accounts, when there's not all these odd 79s and things. So I've upped it by a British pound for people. It's to £80, which works out about €100 and $110 for people internationally. Because I post the books out to people, there's a slight difference there's a slight increase in the euro conversion and the dollar conversion to take into account the additional postage when I'm sending it out to people. That's why it doesn't quite. So sometimes people say, oh, can I pay in pounds? And I go, well, I'd much rather, if you're in Europe, you pay in euros, and if you're in the rest of the world, you pay in the dollars, because that takes into account the postage for the book, sending the book out. Okay, and the hybrid course is, as I said before, it's the 7-day immersion, plus a 1-day in person with me in the Gloucestershire Cotswolds. You can still on that course continue going through the you still have the lives and the one-to-ones, and you can still engage with other people that are on the 21-day course as much as you like, but you will do your 2 assignments with me here in Gloucestershire. So people would say, for instance, that they really struggle with the videoing and the technology, and they wouldn't be able to finish because of that. They have this option now. They can come and they can guide me. They don't need to use a phone or any kind of digital technology. Although what I do find, and it's already been mentioned, is that one of the reasons why what I'm doing took off was because I was making YouTube videos and I was putting those videos out, and I was able to translate my passion for what I'm doing through video to people. What's lovely about doing that actually is people then self-select. They'll watch me on my videos and they'll either go, oh, I really resonate with what he's saying, I can't wait to go on one of his courses, I'm going to sign up. Or they'll go, oh, I really don't like him. I don't like him. And what's good for me is they never turn up on a course. They never turn up on a walk, because they delete themselves. I don't have to say, oh, I'm sorry, you're not the type of person that will enjoy this course. They can actually assess the course. They assess it based on who I am. And that would be true of you as well. So if you can get used to creating a little bit of video of yourself, promoting what you're doing, it's a wonderful way to make sure that the people that turn up already have a connection with you. So many times I've sort of seen pictures of people online, and then when I've met them in real life, or watched videos of people online, and then when I've met them in real life, they're nothing like their picture, and they're nothing like, they don't sound even like they did on their videos, because they were kind of scripted, and yeah. I sort of think there's just something really nice about people coming along, meeting you in person and saying you're exactly like you are on your videos. I almost feel like I know you because I've watched your videos, and you're the same on that as you are in person. And the hybrid course is £100 to do that, and €120 and $130. There's no difference in that in terms of the with that, I can hand the books to you on that one. You'll get handed books. I don't have to post books out for that one. And now the other thing which is important here is the date options for the in-person guide training. At the moment, I've got as Friday the 15th of November or Sunday the 24th of November. So any of you that are considering doing the hybrid course, where you come down to Gloucestershire, at the moment, I've got those 2 booked, Friday the 15th or Sunday the 24th. So I can definitely do it on those 2 days. It is going to be possible that people want to come on the course and can't do those 2 days. It doesn't mean you can't come to Gloucestershire. It just means that you might have to finish, I might have to put another date in to help with that. But there will be an opportunity to finish the course off, hopefully this year, if the weather behaves itself. Kind of hoping we've had all the rain we're going to have now this year. It just seems to be an awful lot, and I'm looking forward to some nice, crisp, sunny autumn days moving through towards November. Okay. Last slide. Ask me. So this is an opportunity now for those of you that are here with me live to ask me anything about the course that's come to you while I've been running through this, and or anything you want to take the opportunity, because I'm here with you live, to ask me about my journey with natural mindfulness. I'll only give you quick answers because we are getting close to the hour. Tell you what, I think you'll be able to remember this last screen. So I'm going to stop sharing, bring me back on. Lovely.
I wanted to know, when are we going to get the book, since I've already signed up? Is that our mail, or? Yeah,
your book will be in the mail. I've been just ordered a few more because I was running very low on the books. So I've ordered a few more and they're not here yet. but I'm expecting them any day, so I'll be able to get the book out to you. Because we're almost, well, we're just over a month away from the start of it. The aim is that you'll have it. I want you to have it. I want people to have the book before they start, so that if they want to, they can use the book. Mick, I sent Mick the book early because Mick, you did apply quite a while ago, and then you cheekily asked, "Can I have the book?" And I still had copies then. All right. Anything else? Or I think we've lost Holly as well, haven't we? Let's see if Holly popped anything in the chat.
Not so much of a question, but more like an addition.
Yes.
On your question, how we got to this course.
Oh, yes, yes.
I mentioned already the deep focus and insights I have on the mountains, the forest, the ocean, but it's also especially health. Health is one of the main reasons, and I just wanted to highlight that here as well.
Yes, and thank you for highlighting that, because one of the reasons I'd started this in the first place was because of trying to find a way of taking people on a journey into nature in order to create the idea of us journeying for our health as well. So it being a journey not just to connecting with nature, but connecting with our nature, with our true nature, because I think that's one of the we recognize that we've disconnected from nature. Human beings have disconnected a lot from nature, but through disconnecting from nature, I think we've connected from our true nature as well. And I think when we don't live in alignment with our truth, with our true nature, this is where a lot of the health and well-being issues are coming from. And the idea I had right at the very start, which is over 10 years ago now, was to do therapeutic work in nature, built on some of the work I'd done in the past before. But because it was taking people out on walks into nature, it was very difficult to get that message across 10 years ago. I think it's much easier now. I think with forest therapy, nature therapy, ecotherapy, lots of approaches now in where people are recognizing how environment is so important to health and change, how we behave and how we change in life as well, is that it's become much more acceptable that or recognized now that that nature connection is a therapeutic model. And I'm getting lots of therapists and I'm getting doctors in particular who want to use nature in their practices now. And so for me, I think the journey is improving our own health and well-being through connection, and then sharing that with others, and then helping others with their health and well-being. But it had to start with walks. For me, it was the first way. It was rather than bringing people in and saying this is for therapy. Nobody would have come 10 years ago if I said this was a therapeutic process. But actually, you'll find as you go through this course, it very much can be a very powerful therapeutic process. But it can also, on another level, just be a walk in nature. Just be learning how to use the senses to connect with nature. So people can come in at all different levels with it. And as guides, you have the option to just run walks if you want to run walks, or you have the option as well to use natural mindfulness guiding in a more therapeutic practice as well. And I'm happy to talk to any of you after the course if that's something that you're interested in as well. So using it as a therapeutic model. Okay. Yes, there's one thing I've got the chat open now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop a link into the chat because there we go. I've just dropped a link in now. This is probably more for the people that are watching this on record. I'm not sure how many of you have seen that my website is now back up, and I've got a a page on there for the guide training courses, and also got booking forms on there. So you can actually now go straight from this, if you want to, and go to the website and download either a UK booking form for the 21-day course, or an international booking form for the 21-day course, or international and UK forms for the hybrid course as well. So you could, so that, did it come through? Yes, it's come through on the chat. You know, you'll get to the chat. You'll know how to find the chat. So that's there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you, those of you that have been here, I'll send you the PDF with more information about the courses on it that I've created. And what I'll do is I'll add to that a link to the website too, so that you can go there and get and download a booking form if you want to. I think that's about it. Norma, you've got a question?
I'd just like to hear your thoughts on what we can do and how we can show up. And I'm thinking probably because of distance to do the online version, Ian. What can we do to get the absolute best from this 21-day course? What should we be bringing to the course?
I've always said that the best way to get the most from this course is by engaging with the group. So what we'll have is, and I at the moment we've got about, I think there's about 15 people have shown an interest in coming on this program. So potentially we'll have 15 people in the online group, and it would be very easy to complete this course. Certainly the 21-day online course, you can complete that course in your own space, in your own time, and not really have engaged very much with the group. You'd still be able to complete the assignments. You'd still be able to, as far as I'm concerned, you'd still be in a position where you could easily go out and guide people. But what I'd like you to do is engage in the group. And because it is the sharing part, I often say that this course, even the online course, is 80% offline and 20% online, which is you come online to learn what the assignment is, or go through the videos in the first week, then you go offline and practice. But then it's about coming back online and sharing those experiences, those connections, your understandings and your insights with the rest of the group. And then going and looking at what the group, individuals in the group are sharing as well. And so getting to sort of have this engagement with not just the content of the group, but with individuals on the group.
Yeah.
And, you know, commenting in the same way as what I like about the way the group works is it's as if everybody in the group is on the same walk together, even though we're all in remote places. We all go out and practice, but then we come together in a circle and we're sharing our experiences and our connections, and then we're interacting with each other and maybe asking a question about somebody else's experience and maybe making suggestions to each other. So it's that two-way interaction online and engaging. The other thing is always asking as well. Always, you know, if you if you're struggling, if you're not connecting, making sure that you ask for help, making sure you ask for support, and seeing each individual within the course as well, seeing yourself already as guides. So you're all guiding each other. You know, I'm here guiding the whole group. I'm guiding the course, but you're all guiding each other. You're all you start from day one. Basically, you'll all go through a shared experience. Some people will find it easy. Some people will find it challenging. Some people might get confused about it. But then you can, because you're all going through the same experience, you can all interact with each other. So, Norma, I'd say that's the most important thing, is engaging. It's not like a course you'll have been on. Well, you've been on courses like this before, but it's my course. It's very unique, and it's the course I wish I could have gone on to learn how to do all this. I've tried to create the course I needed, and therefore I'm attracting people probably that will resonate with what I'm sharing, because they need something similar themselves. But it's your courses. It's not my course. It's your course. It's your group. Okay.
Yeah.
how's that? I think that's fine. Everybody looks like they're deep in thought and understanding now.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I'll end it there. Thank you for being here. Those of you that are here live. Thank you to those of you that are watching this on record. If there's any questions about what you've watched, just get in touch with me. You'll be able to leave questions underneath this video. I will be eventually posting this video somewhere where you can get it and link to it. Or I'll put some links with this when I send it to you, so that you can ask me questions or get clarification. All right. Have a good evening. Have a good rest of your day, Doreen. It's afternoon for you. So
yeah.
And thank you again for being here. Take care, and I hope to see you on the course.
Ian.
Thank you so much, Ian. Take care.
Bye. Bye, Norma. Bye,
Bye.
Mick. Bye, Doreen. Bye, Chrissy.